connected by lookup relation or a master detail relation. I have two objects here. When two objects are connected by a lookup relation or a master detail relation, then how child can access the parent data? Now, look at this. You have a parent 1. Now, how you have become parent for me? How you have become parent for me? Because there is a lookup relation, because there is a master detail relation, only because of this lookup or a master detail only you have become a parent for me. You have become a parent for me only because of this lookup, only because of this master detail. Now, who is your parent? In the lookup field, I have selected my parent. I have a lookup field. Using this lookup field, I have selected my parent. How many parents will be there using a single lookup? Every lookup will select only one parent. Every lookup will select only one parent. Every lookup will select only one parent. Using a lookup relation, I can only choose one parent record. Using a lookup relation, I can only choose one parent record. Using a lookup relation, I can only choose one parent record. Am I right? Using a lookup, I can only choose only one parent record. Using a lookup relation, I can only choose one parent record. Right. In that case, every child has only one parent using one lookup field. Am I right or wrong? Using one lookup field, I can only choose one parent. Now, using a lookup relation or a master detail relation, I can only choose one parent record. So let us look at this one now. List of child. List of child. Result equal to select child field 2. Select child field 1, child field 2. Then or means this is a lookup field. Name of the lookup field dot parent field 1. Name of the lookup field dot parent field 2 from. When was this? If the lookup field is a standard field created by the Salesforce. If the Salesforce has created this lookup field, if the Salesforce has created this lookup field, if the lookup field is a standard field, if the lookup field is a standard field, then we are going to give R field dot parent field 1, R field dot parent field 2. If the lookup field is a standard field, then we are going to get R field dot parent field 1, R field dot parent field 2. If the lookup field is a standard field, then we have R field dot parent field 1, R field dot parent field 2. Okay. Now look at this example. I have an account and contact. Who created the relation between account and contact? Salesforce created. Now contact want to get the corresponding parent account data. List of contact. Last name. Account dot name. Select last name, first name, account dot name, account dot industry from contact. Okay, opportunity and account. List of equal to select name, stage name, account dot name, from. Again I have list of opportunity line item, select name, quantity, then opportunity dot opportunity. This is sale to parent. 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 Is that was clear for everyone? We are trying to get the data from child to the parent. If we are trying to get the data from the child to the parent, then we go with child to parent SQL query. And here the point is, who created the relation? Salesforce created the relation. Who created the relation? Salesforce created the relation. If two objects are connected by child to parent, then we are going to get it. Now I have the opportunity. Now I want to print the opportunity data. Now opportunity data should be printed along with this customer. Opportunity data should be printed along with the distributor who brought the opportunity. Now order items, whenever I am printing the I want to send an email to you with the list of opportunity item. Along with the opportunity item, whatever the product you have ordered, I know the product what you ordered. Based on your product, I have to also print the corresponding customer data. Are you getting my point? When the child want to refer to the parent data, then we go for child to parent SQL query. When the child want to refer to the parent data, then we go with the child to parent SQL query. Is that was clear for everyone? Now, what was that R field? The name of the lookup field which was created on the child. It is the name of the lookup field which was created on the child. It is the name of the lookup field which was created on the child. It is the name of the lookup field which was created on the child. Are you clear about this point? It is the name of the lookup field which was created on the child. Okay. Now, if the relation between both the things, let me go and execute this. Select last name, first name, account dot name, so writing a SQL query on a contact to fetch corresponding account data. So we received here last name, first name, account name, account phone. Right, boss? Last name, first name, account phone. Child trying to fetch its data along with its parent data. Child want to fetch its data along with the corresponding parent data. So what happened? Name of the product, quantity, unit price, opportunity name, opportunity stage name. Whatever the in the opportunity item, do you remember the opportunity item? In the opportunity amount is coming based on the contributions of line items. The amount of opportunity is coming because of these products. What are the products I added here? What is the product name? What is the quantity? What is the unit price? What is the sales price? And this whatever I am giving, this is called opportunity line item. You are able to get it, right? This is what? Getting the child to parent data based on the lookup field
Sir,
what was created. Yes, Amma.
sir, can we fetch account opportunity line item in a single query?
No, only one level, Amma. It can
Okay,
be
sir.
only one level.
Thank you.
So we can only fetch up to one level. 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 So opportunity item to opportunity. We cannot fetch opportunity item to opportunity, opportunity to account. The multi-level is not supported. These queries are allowed only for one level. These queries are allowed for only direct parent or direct child. Okay, fine. In case if both the objects are connected by, in case if both the objects are connected by custom field, it is not a standard field. It is a custom field with which they are connected. List of child result equal to select or field underscore underscore r dot now what was that? R field. Now what was this? R field underscore underscore r dot parent field 1, R field underscore underscore r dot parent field 2. So in this case, whoever is the, whatever the custom lookup field is there, whatever the custom master detail field was there, the name of the field underscore underscore r. Why I was taking this? Because it's a custom relation. This is not created by the Salesforce, it was created by the user. It was not created by the Salesforce, it was created by the user. Now, let us take an example. We already have some custom objects here. I think payment and student we have created, right? Payment and student. In the student, what are the fields we have? Name of the student, phone fee. Okay. So how do you write the query? Now, student underscore underscore r dot name, student underscore underscore r dot from look at this. Select mode, amount. These are the fields from student. Okay, payment, comma, student name, student phone. Because that's a custom lookup field. Because that is a custom lookup field, we are giving student underscore underscore r dot name, student underscore underscore r dot phone. Then we are giving the data. Execute it. Now, look at this. I don't think the phone number is a custom field, right? Now we got mode, amount, student name, student phone. Right, boss? I hope you are good with this. Clear for everyone? So if it is a custom relation, how you get it? Underscore underscore r. If it is a custom relation, how do you write? Underscore underscore r. If it is a custom relation, how do you write? Underscore underscore r. Is that was clear for everyone? Right. If two objects are connected by master detail or a lookup relation, then the child can fetch corresponding parent data. Parent can fetch corresponding child data. Child can fetch corresponding parent data. Parent can fetch corresponding child data. This is what? Parent to child, child to parent SQL queries. Is that was clear for everyone? Everyone has followed? Let us try one or two examples on this before I move on. Let us try one or two examples. Child to parent. Write a query. Contract with responding. Account details. Provide a SQL query. Opportunity. Make an attempt of first two. The rest you can try from your end later. Similarly, custom. One, two, six, seven. Do these four examples. Rest you can try later. 1267. Write the query for 1267. Write 1267. Write these four queries. Right. So how did you write that? List of contacts equal to last name, first name, account dot phone from contact. Write a query to fetch opportunities with the corresponding account data. Name, industry, write a query to fetch case with the corresponding account details. Select customer lost. List of student. Branch name. This is what we will do. I hope everyone is good with this. Right, Amma? Remaining things you can complete from your end. This is a parent to child to parent is up to query. Now, the question here is, look at the next one. We are trying to understand how to apply aggregate functions in the SQL query. Now, whatever we wrote, this is straight away getting the data. In case I want to get the data, I want to know how many leads are created by the executive. Executive wise, I want to know how many leads he has created. Executive wise, I want to know how much amount of opportunity he has got. What is the target that he has achieved? Now I want to know executive wise how many leads he generated. I want to know executive wise. Okay, executive Sham 1 lakh opportunity. Executive Ram 2 lakh opportunity. Executive Kiran 1,50,000. I want to know the summarized value. Like the way you do roll-up summaries. What is the purpose of roll-up summary? We want to know how much. Okay, Venus you order. Now I want to perform aggregate function. I want to know the aggregate function. I want to know the stage wise. Now this year, how many this month, how many opportunities are closed, how many opportunities are lost, how many of them are in pipeline, how many of them in the prospecting stage. I want to aggregate the data. In case if you want to write a query to fetch the data in the aggregate format, in case if you want to write a query to get the data in aggregate format, in case if you want to write a query to get the data in aggregate format, then I go for aggregate results. Applying aggregate functions on your data. Applying aggregate functions on your data. The moment I say aggregate functions, what are you going to get? Sum, count, min, max, average. Sum, min, max, average. Now look at that. We will try to understand the aggregate functions. First, let me give you the basic functionalities. First, we'll see how the query can be defined. Then we'll go with the execution part. Look at the format. Select count from account where industry equal to. Now, whenever I use a functionality called count, it gives you count of number of records written by the SQL query. When you read a query, how many records the query is giving you? When you read a SQL query, how many records the query is giving you? Now we are giving select a count of number of records from the database. Now when I read this, it gives you list of records that are written by the SQL query. It gives you list of records written by the SQL query. Select a count from the account where industry equal to energy. Then I give. So here we have count equal to 4. It simply gives integer value, which is giving you count of number of records that are written. Now we want to know, boss, I want to create a new account record. Before creating the new account record, I want to check, are there any duplicate records? If there are any duplicate records, I want to throw error message. If there are no duplicate record, I want to save it. Now I got an inquiry. I am trying to insert that inquiry. Before the inquiry was inserted into database, it has to check, do you have the duplicate inquiry with the same name? If you have duplicate inquiry with the same name, throw error message that boss already data exists. If doesn't exist, then save it. Now how do you know that record exists or not? Write a SQL query to find out how many records are existing with the same name. If the number of records which are existing with the same name is greater than 0, yes, we found the duplicate, so don't insert the data. If it's not greater than 0, there are no duplicate records, save the data. Did you get my point? I am trying to create a new customer in my database. Whenever I was trying to create a new customer in my database, verify, are there any customer with the same data or not? If there are customer with the same data, then throw error message, no customer with the same data, create it. Then I write, select count from account where customer name equal to so and so, customer name, industry equal to so and so, phone number equal to so and so. Then if the count is greater than 0, yes, duplicate is found, don't insert, throw error message. Then it will be helpful to me. I hope you are good. Select count is going to give you count of number of records which are written by the SQL query. Count of number of records which are given by the SQL query. Chalo. Next one we have select sum of amount, average of amount, can I take sum of amount, average of amount, max of amount. These are aggregate functions. From opportunity, get the sum of amount, average of amount, max of amount, min of amount from opportunity. So here we got sum of amount, average of amount, max, min. Now whatever the records are given by the SQL query, when I execute the query, whatever the data I am getting, when I execute the query, whatever the data I am getting on the data sum, on the data average, on the data min, max. Are you clear about this? So we are performing aggregate on the data which was given by SQL query. After running the SQL query, whatever the data we received on the data, perform aggregate function. It can be a count, it can be a sum, it can be a max, it can be a min. Now, when I say sum of amount, average of amount, what we are getting here? The same. But how do you refer to those data? If it is a name, I say get the name. Phone, I say get the phone. Industry, I say get the industry. But they are not what? They are not fields. They are values, they are operations, they are functions. So, if you want to refer to this data, we are supposed to go with the alias names. Total, average, Maxwell. I give alias name. Execute. Now, it's not shown here. Now, when you give this, these values are now referred with as what? Total. This value is referred with the AVG. This value is referred with the min value. This value is referred with the max value. Are you getting my point here? So we are going to give alias names for that values so that we can refer to them. Now what was this? Applying aggregate functions on the data given by the SQL query. Applying aggregate functions on the data given by the SQL query. Applying aggregate functions on the data given by the SQL query. Is that was clear for everyone? Everyone has followed this? Is that was clear? Okay. Now, in the query format we executed. But if you want to use the same data in the Apex, how will you use? SQL query, in the query editor, I was able to execute the query, I was getting it. But the same query, if you want to use it in the Apex programming, how will you use it? The same query, if I want to use it in the Apex programming, how will I use it? So look at the story. Listen carefully, Amma. Now, we want to come back to one story here. Right? What was that? I created instance of account. I created instance of account. I want to give the data. How can I give? acc.name equal to am I right? This is one of the format. What is the other format I can use? What other format I can use? Other format is like a map. A2 dot put, what is the name of the field? All the three are same. Now I was inserting the record to the instance of an object like a map. Field name comma value. Field name comma value. Now if you want to get the value, how can I get the value? String. Why I was giving the value here? Look at the point. Annual revenue. So this was able to take, my value can be a string, my value can be a number, my value can be an ID, my value can be anything. So if you want to accept any type of data, what is the data type you have to use? What is the data type you have to use? Object. Object. String will take string. Integer will take integer. Now if you want to take integer or string or a decimal or any type of value I want to take. If I give integer, only integer values will be taken. If I give string, only string values will be taken. If I give decimal, only decimal values will be taken. When I am not sure whether it is a string or a decimal or an integer, then what should I do? Look at this. One I give text string value. Another one I give as numerical value. So I should accept any type of data. If you want to accept any type of data, then we are supposed to take it as object. What was that? We are supposed to take the data type as object. Object can store string values. Object can store numerical value. Object can store any type of value it can store. Right. While storing, there is no problem. Object can store any type of value. But while using, I cannot use it like an object. While storing, I can store anything. But while using, I cannot use it like an object. I have to convert back into original format and use. While storing the data in object, you can put any data into the object. But when I want to use it, I cannot use it directly. What should I do? I was supposed to use it by converting back into original format. So string my name equal to string a2 dot get. What is the name of the field? When I say a2 dot get, it will give you object. Convert that object in the form of original. What is the original format we have? We are going to get the value, convert the value into corresponding format and use it. Convert the value into corresponding format and use it. I hope you are good with this. I hope you are good with this. Clear? Now, data is stored in the form of object. Now, that object should be converted in the form of string. If you want to convert in the form of string, a2 dot get will give you what? Object. It will give you object. Look at the point. I'll run the program and show you. Directly I told a2 dot put name text. Then I told a2 dot get name. When I run this, let us see what will happen. Illegal assignment of object to string. That means we are getting what? Object we are getting. a2 dot get of name means we are getting object. Okay. String can be stored in object. Object cannot be stored in string. String can be stored in object. Object cannot be stored in string. So what should I do? Convert the object in the form of, how do you convert? By using typecasting. Convert the value of object in the form of string. This is called as what? Typecasting. Now, this is convert the value of object in the form of done. We got a test and 10,000. We got a test and 10,000. I hope you're good. So what we are doing, while storing the data, we can store anything in the form of object, but while you are using it, you are supposed to convert it into original format and use it. Now, why did I refer this? In the object, we can put the data in the form of map. We can get the data in the form of map. Now, if you have a record, I can get that record in the form of map. What is it? The record dot get of field name. They will give you object, convert that object into record format. If you want to create a new instance of a record, then ACC dot put field name comma value. ACC name, okay, ACC name dot put field name comma value. I hope you got the story. Now, why did you come to this story now? Because aggregate functions are going to give you, if we generally write a SQL query will give you what? List of S object. Am I right? Any SQL query that I write, they will give me result in the form of list of S object. Any SQL query that I write, they will give me list of S object. Any SQL query that you write, they will give me list of S object. But now I want to give aggregate function. When a SQL query with aggregate function is defined, when you define a SQL query with aggregate function, result will not be a list of record, result will be a aggregate result. Aggregate result equal to. So what is the aggregate result? It is one of the standard object. It is one of the standard object. Select sum of min of amount. From so any SQL query with aggregate function will give you result with aggregate result. The SQL query with aggregate function will give you result in the form of aggregate result. SQL query with aggregate function will give you result in the form of aggregate result. SQL query with aggregate function will give you result in the form of aggregate result. Now once you got the result, how will you fetch it? Once you got the result, how will you fetch it? Now look at the format. Decimal. How do you get the data from a record? Result dot get of field name. What is alias name we gave? Why did I convert it to decimal? Because it is going to store the value in the form of object. Decimal. This is how we got it. System.debug. Run the program and see. SQL query with aggregate function will give you. SQL query with aggregate function will give you aggregate result. SQL query with aggregate function will give you result of aggregate result. Generally, SQL query will give you list of S object. SQL query will give you list of S object, but the SQL query with aggregate function will give you aggregate result. SQL query with aggregate function will give you aggregate result. SQL query with aggregate function will give you aggregate result. Is that was clear? All the records sum, all the records min, all the records max, all the records average, all the records count. Now we are going to get aggregate function. Similarly, we will go for group by. Now I don't want to get all the records together. I want to get stage wise. I want to get owner wise sum, owner wise. Now when I want to say executive wise, executive is a owner. So group based on the particular field. So in case if you want to get the data based on particular field, grouping by a particular field, like a summary report in the administration. If you want to get the data like a summary report in the administration, then I go for it. So look at the story. Aggregate result, sum of. Why I give aggregate result? Because all the data together one set, I got one result. If you divide them like a group, every group will have one aggregate result. Because I fetched everything as single group, I got only one aggregate result. If you divide the result into multiple groups, then I am going to get list of aggregate results. Sum of, look at the point. Stage name. From group by stage. How are you getting? Grouping the data based on stage. Now, look at the story. For aggregate result, AG my list. For aggregate result. String AG dot get off AG dot get off stage. Then again I have decimal total equal to decimal max value equal to get off that is that. Now why it is a list? Because I applied a group by, we are going to get every group one value. This is how we got it. Then run it. What was that? I didn't write any mini value, right? This is how we got stage prospecting, total, max, average, stage. So stage wise they are grouped and we are fetching it, right? So we are getting what? Group of aggregate result. We are fetching what? Group of aggregate result. We are fetching group of aggregate result. We are fetching group of aggregate result. Is that was clear for everyone? So what is the purpose of aggregate function? They want to group the data based on a particular field and they want to give it. Aggregate functions are used to summarize the values like sum, min, max, average. Now, if they want to apply count, how do they apply the count? How do they apply the count? Because the count is going to give you integer value. Because the count is going to give you integer value, we are going to give integer count, select count from select count from so and so object. I hope everybody is good with this. So any SQL query with aggregate function will give you aggregate result. Any SQL query with aggregate function will give you aggregate result. Now, can I fetch every field? You cannot write a query to fetch whatever the field you want. If I apply a name, this name should be a part of aggregate function or it should be a part of group by. Any field which is a part of group by class or aggregate function, only those fields can be queried. I cannot query every field which I want in the aggregate function. If I am applying a SQL query with aggregate function, only those fields which are used in the aggregate function or group by class. Any field which is a part of aggregate function or a group by class, only they can be queried. Now I wrote a name here. I gave a name. When I execute this, what is that? Name should be aggregated or grouped. You cannot run it because this is not a part of aggregate function. That is not used anywhere in the aggregate function. Only the fields which are used in the aggregate functions and the fields which are used in the group by class, only they can be queried. I hope everyone is good. Clear for everyone? Right, Amma? Okay. Now,
what other classes are group by classes?
what are?
Apart from stage name,
Anything, any field.
can you repeat group by class?
Now, you can group by any field. It is not stage name. I took an example of stage name. You group by name, you group by phone number, you group by type.
I can't use aggregate result.
See, I told any field you are querying, the field name, any field I write in a query, if I write a field here, this field should be either a part of aggregate function or the field should be either a part of group. Okay. Now, if I want to query any field, now I am writing a query to get the stage name. Then the stage name should be either used in the aggregate function or the stage name should be used in the group by. Then only I can write a query. I can write a query on the stage name only if the stage name field is used in aggregate function or group by.
If I have name, given select name and group by name, can I do that?
You can do it. Right. Right, Amma? Is that was clear for everyone? Right. Now, let us move on to the next story. Let us move on to the next story. The next story here is how to apply date literals on the SQL queries. We also have internally a date literals like today, yesterday, last 10 days, last 20 days, last 30 days. When you are having date literals, we have a straight away date literals here. So I can give you, so there are huge list. I don't want to type all of them. I'll just give. This is a big list here. Look at this. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, last underscore week, this underscore week, next week, last month, this month, next month, last 90 days, next 90 days, last 10 days. This is, you want to say, last n months. Similarly, we have next 10 days. Same, last 10 days, next 10 days, next 10 weeks, next 10 quarters, next n financial years. Okay, these are the terms what we have. If you look at that term, the name itself say what they are. So look at the terms here. I just don't want to type all the keywords here. You can just get it from here. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, last week, this week, next week. Okay, last month, this month, next month, last 90 days, next 90 days, last n days, next 10 days, next n weeks, last n weeks, next n months, last n months, this quarter, last quarter, next quarter, next n quarters, last this year, last year, next 10 years, last 10 years, this financial year, last financial year, this financial quarter, last financial quarter, next financial quarter. Okay, next n financial quarters, financial years. All these names itself say what they are. Right. So let us do some examples here to meet up our requirement. Let us do some examples here. No, you can write a query to fetch all the leads created. Query to fetch all the leads created. Now, developer console I disabled. You will not be able to access from the developer console. Go to the setup and access the programs. Okay. People are deleting the program, so I remove the developer console. You will be able to access the program from setup menu. Go to setup. Okay, develop Visualforce and Apex. From there you can access it. You can run the program also. Okay. Query to fetch. No. How do you fetch it? Could you please ask me the question at the end of the time, right? At the end of the class, please do not type the message. At the end of the class, please ask me. I'll answer your query. List of the leads. Same query. Last n days. Create a date equal to this month. Right. So what was that? This week, last week. Next we are told query to fetch all the opportunities which are closer this quarter. List of opportunity. Select and last modified date. Get me all the opportunities whose stage name is closer one, and last modified date is this quarter. Right, in this quarter, all the all the opportunities whose stage name is closer one, get those, which are last modified. So the stage name is, we are expecting the stage name to be modified. This all the records which are modified, last modified in this quarter, and their stage name is closer one, get those data. Right. I hope you're getting my point. It's straight away literal. Look at the literal, apply the literal as per your choice. Now get me all the, I can give otherwise last modified. I can give close date equal to this one. All the opportunities whose close date is in this quarter, whose close date is in next quarter, whose close date is in the financial year, whose close date is in next financial year. Like that we can apply the. So these are going to work on date fields. These are going to work on date fields. These are going to work on date fields. I hope everyone is good with this. Clear for everyone? Okay. Now tell me one use case what we can apply using this. You can go to this. Now when I go to the opportunities, you're getting right. Closing this month, closing the next month, last week, this week, pipeline. Can I create a pick list like this? If I create a pick list today, yesterday, this week, next week, last week, this month, I'll give. Whichever you select, the concerned data will come. Right? Can we try with? Can you try with this? Can you try with this? Right? I am going to give a pick list. In the pick list, we are going to say today, yesterday, tomorrow, this week, next week, last week. Like that, I am going to give. Then whichever the option you selected, the concerned data will be fetched and that will be stored here. Right? Is the was clear for everyone? Clear for everyone? Right? So everyone is good with this? Everyone is good with this? Right. Okay. Now, your developer console is disabled for you. People are modifying the programs in the account. I disable the developer console. You are supposed to access the program with setup, build, develop. You'll be able to access Apex classes. Go here and you can access the Apex classes. Or else you want to go to Visual Force pages, access your pages. Now developer console I disabled. People are trying to copy. Instead of Control C, they are giving Control V, Control X. So the code is getting deleted from the account. Right. This we have deleted the access on the developer console. You have given the access on setup menu. Now you can go to your setup menu. Now the developer console will be visible. It's not completely disabled. But if you are not able to see the developer console, right? Somebody has also give them, right? So this is the reason we removed it. Could you wait, Mama? Just could you wait? Let me complete what I'm trying to. So you can go to the account. You can go to develop, access your classes. Now there is an option fewer. Load that, remaining will come. Okay. So by looking again, don't ask the question. Other programs are not visible. Right. So just click viewer. The list of other programs will come. Or on the top, alphabetical order we have got. Okay. Then you can go to Visual Force pages, access it. I remove the access for you to edit it. Okay. Now let me check still is there any other access you have? Right. Okay. So if people can go back to this and access from here. Right. Again, I repeat, I removed the developer console access. People are trying to, okay. So one or two fellows will be there in every batch. So if you don't understand the program, they remove the program from the account. Right. So I removed it. You're supposed to access everything from here. Right. Yeah. Now what is your question, boss? Please do not type the message, Amma, and unmute your mic and ask. We cannot read the messages in the class. Please unmute the mic and ask the question. We will not be able to read your messages by stopping the class. See, the reason why I don't want to insist on what is the next topic we are going to cover, the problem is if you go and read it well in advance, you come with some perception. When you read the topic, you will come with some perception. Then whatever you are trying to do, there will give a contradiction. There is a reason I will not insist the topic on the well in advance. Because when you read the topic, you will have some perception on the topic and you will come with some perception. And unwanted confusion leads to you. Okay. There's nothing harm in giving a list of topics what I'm going to cover device. But the moment I give tomorrow I'm going to cover this, the people come with their own perception. They have their own understanding and they come with the perception. It leads to the discussion. Instead of that, after complete the topic, you can go through it. In the next class, if you have any query, you can ask it because you have a clarity about what the topic is. Okay. There's a reason I was not giving the topic name. Order of topic I can give you, but which example this we are giving, I'm not okay. I will not giving it because people come with some perception. The half the time will be lost for clarifying your perception is wrong. Right. So to just avoid the time because the time slot is very 1 hour 20 minutes or 1 hour 20 minutes and the duration itself is more. We don't want to lead to extra discussions there. So that's the reason we are trying to avoid it. Okay. Right, boss?